Right now, a restraining order has officially been granted for the superintendent who was pushed during a graduation ceremony. We'll break down the latest.
And we are getting ready for really that summer-like heat and humidity to move over southern Wisconsin. We're tracking how long it's set to sit overhead in the full forecast.
And as those warmer temperatures head for our area, we look at how those who work outside are staying safe during these conditions. You're watching News 3 now at 5. Thanks for staying with us, everyone. We begin with new information tonight. A restraining order has been granted against the Baraboo High School parent accused of pushing the district superintendent during a graduation ceremony 2 weeks ago. In court this morning, a Dane County judge granted Baraboo Superintendent Rainey Briggs' 4-year request that Matthew Eddy must stay away from him, including no contact at all. If Eddy violates this order, he could be fined up to $10,000 or spend 9 months in jail or both. Eddy is scheduled to appear back in court on August 14th for another hearing on his disorderly conduct charges. Next tonight, the Merrimack Ferry is back open after a car went into the water last night. As you can see behind me, the ferry itself was not involved. Here's a video of that incident. It happened near the South Bank around 11 p.m. According to the Columbia County Sheriff's Department, a 911 call came in reporting a vehicle crashed into the water. 2 people got out and swam to shore. The passenger was injured in the crash and taken to a hospital. No word at this hour on the severity of those injuries or the passenger's condition. After an investigation, it was determined that the driver was drunk. He was taken to the Columbia County Jail. Well, a warm day to end the work week across southern Wisconsin, but this is just the beginning. Temperatures are only going to get hotter from here, and with that might come some rain. For more on the weekend forecast, it's Dad's big day this weekend. Let's get your first warn forecast with meteorologist Blaze Keller on the weather patio. Hi, Blaze.
Hello. It's nice outside for now. You know, we kind of are in the shade at least a little bit here on the patio. The birds are chirping. The fish in the pond, they're actually kind of hiding underneath some of the plants that are over the water to escape that sunshine. Enjoy this evening, because as we look ahead to Father's Day and beyond, we've got a series of alert days for that hot temperature and hot feels like temperature, I should say, as we go into your Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and possibly even beyond that. Take a look. Our air temperature that we're expecting in the dark red, what it feels like, the heat index value that we're expecting every day, Sunday through Wednesday, in the pink. We're in those mid-90s on Monday, the hottest over the next 7 days, and even beyond that, even to the next 10 days. Lots of folks out on the terrace there, maybe dipping their toes into the water. It's 80 degrees in the Madison area. The dew point is not low, but it's not bad. The humidity isn't too bad right now. Those northerly winds, they are going to be turning out of the south as we head into later parts of your weekend, and that's going to bring up that heat and humidity. Upper 70s to low 80s across Dane County. Let's take a wider look across southern Wisconsin. Many of us very similar, mid to upper 70s to low 80s. A little bit cooler towards Camp Douglas at 74, 75 in Mineral Point, a comfortable 70 there in Milwaukee. We're headed into the 50s tonight underneath mostly clear conditions. Probably want to keep the windows closed, maybe a little bit humid compared to some of our previous nights, but we're going to be tracking that heat and when the relief comes in the full forecast.
All right. Temperatures are turning up for the summer, and while many can avoid the heat by going indoors, not everyone can. Our Merrill Hubbard is in downtown Madison to remind us about heat safety, talking to the people that work outdoors.
We may have a hot summer ahead, which is a good reminder to stay hydrated and go inside to keep cool. But as for Madison construction workers, they handle the heat in their own way.
It's rough, you know, especially if you're in the sun.
Construction workers all around Madison are digging deep for the summer ahead.
A lot of it's just keeping cold water stocked up. Usually we're bringing a couple of cases every day in the summer.
Some of them love the heat, and a lot of them have grown used to it. Almost too used to it.
It kind of be a double-edged sword, because the more used to it you get, the less I guess you kind of stay focused on staying hydrated, you know, just kind of goes to the back of your minds.
SSM Health reminds us that staying healthy in the heat should be in the front of our thoughts.
Hydration, hydration, hydration. I mean, you just got to drink. It's amazing how much water you lose in this type of heat.
For the people who do stay outdoors, SPF can be your best friend.
We're always worried about ultraviolet B because that's what causes burning, skin burning. But ultraviolet A actually leads to skin aging. And so what broad spectrum is, it's a sunscreen that covers both of those.
Dr. Harkin also says to be aware of the signs of heat exhaustion.
Your skin's getting clammy. You're starting to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so super thirsty. I really need to drink something. I'm starting to feel like I'm getting lightheaded.
As for these construction workers, it seems like they've got a handle on the heat and are doing their best to get the job done.
I always load up on sunscreen, drink lots of water, obviously, so usually the guys are pretty good about keeping cases of water on site. We know it can be kind of a pain in the butt to have to drive around and take detours and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, we're trying to get it done as quickly as we can and just trying to stay safe.
As we get into the fun summer months, we can keep in mind construction workers that are out here in the hot sun. I'm Meryl Hubbard, News 3 Now.
Good reminder, Meryl. Thank you. And here's a recall alert to be aware of as it starts to get warmer outside. Skincare company Stuntegrity is recalling some of its sunscreen foundation due to possible mold contamination. The FDA said 9 lots of impeccable skin sunscreen foundation are being pulled from shelves. No adverse reactions have been reported, but consumers are advised to stop using the product and request a refund. And with the heat coming to Wisconsin, officials are asking all of us to be careful driving as it could create conditions for pavement buckling. Experts with the Department of Transportation say pavement can expand and contract with extreme heat, and that can make it buckle and create bumps or dips. DOT experts are advising drivers to be alert and take extra caution, buckle up and pay attention on the road. The Madison Nightmares have their first ever home game at Warner Park this weekend. Our Braden Ross sat down with some of the women behind the new summer collegiate softball team to talk about how they hope the Nightmares can help make Madison a women's sports destination. Braden?
Yeah, the whole idea here is to bring all the fun and fanfare of a Mallards game to a softball league. That fun kicks off at Warner Park this weekend. Nightmares player Carly Oliver came from hundreds of miles away to make Madison and the Nightmares home this summer. She told me she's excited to be part of something new and innovative and also to bring more eyes to women's sports, especially for young girls.
I just remember, like, as a young softball player, looking up to, like, any collegiate softball player and just, like, being like, wow, like, they're the real deal. And, like, just to be that for these younger players, I think is going to be so rewarding and so fun.
Now the Nightmares kick off their inaugural home opener this Sunday at 6:05 at Warner Park. They'll play 21 home games by the time this season is over. Now you can see my full conversation with Carly, Lexi, and Nightmares General Manager Sam Rubin this Sunday at 10:30 on For the Record.
We will see you Sunday, Braden. Thank you. As was mentioned, the home opener for the Nightmares is Sunday. If you aren't able to make that game, but you want to check out a game in the future, here's a look at their schedule. You'll have another opportunity to check them out on Monday. They play lacrosse again. That game is at Warner Park. And after that, they won't be back until next Friday and Saturday. Looking ahead now at 5, the International Festival will be returning to the Overture Center at the end of the month, highlighting the diversity of our community. The festival will represent more than 30 cultures in the Madison area and will include performances, tasty cuisine, arts and crafts from around the world, and much more. The festival runs June 29th and 30th and will run from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, 1 p.m. on Sunday. For more information, find this story on our website, channel3000.com. As excitement is building for the 77th annual Tony Awards, one Madison man will get the opportunity to cast his own vote. Tim Sowers, the Chief Artistic Experiences Officer at the Overture Center, is a member of the Broadway League. He will be a part of the voting process to recognize the greatest accomplishments on the stage this year.
When I go to see a show, I really want to be moved somewhere, or I want you to tell me a really good story. And we're so engaged with our Broadway audience here and are in constant communication and engagement with them.
Make sure to tune into the Tony Awards. They air Sunday night right here on CBS at 7 p.m. with News 3 Now at 10, immediately following the show. Still ahead at 5, Blaze is back with another look at the warm temperatures ahead. But first, a Qdoba in Milwaukee is under scrutiny after a customer found an unexpected item in his burrito. We'll find out what. That's next. And mixed numbers on Wall Street to close the work week. The Dow Industrial Average down almost 58 points. The Nasdaq was up 21. The S&P 500 was down 2. We'll be right back.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're headed across town or across the country, we get you tires and batteries, trust and care during our summer tire sale. Right now, buy 3 tires, get 1 free with up to a $100 rebate on select sets of 4 Cooper and Goodyear tires. Plus, rewards members get an extra $25 instant savings on any set of 4. And for all your power needs, Blaine's brand vehicle batteries start at $43.99. Tires and batteries, trust and care at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Sockberry Healthcare is here to help. To help with your shoulder pain,
your knee injury,
that hip that bothers you,
with your foot or ankle pain.
We focus on quality.
We focus on results.
And take time to listen.
So that your care is the best care for you.
You.
You. You.
For you. We're here for you.
Sauk Prairie Healthcare Orthopedics. Listening, healing, caring. It's in our nature.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
This is me, and this was my stubborn body fat. My name's Adrian, and Sonobello changed my life.
Sonobello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and they permanently removed my body fat in just 1 visit.
After having 2 kids, my body, it changed a lot. I tried everything to lose the fat, but nothing seemed to work.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, back, chin, and more.
I've seen such dramatic results. My tummy is gone, my double chin is gone, and my hourglass shape is back. This was the mommy makeover that I deserved.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-357-3263 or go to sonobello.com.
Hanson's windows, roofing, siding, gutters, bathtubs, and showers are guaranteed. Get 50% off installation or enjoy no interest and no payments for 1 year.
Call 1-800-Hansons. Get it done.
You have a consumer issue and you keep getting the runaround.
It was just a total nightmare.
What you need is an advocate.
It's Call for Action to help me. Nobody else did.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team has the experience and resources to get results.
He was able to accomplish in a couple months what we couldn't accomplish in 4 years.
Need help? Contact us by phone or on channel3000.com. Call for Action, only on News 3 Now. Moving forward for you. You're watching News 3 Now, voted Best News Operation of the Year 2023 by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
A Qdoba in Milwaukee temporarily shut its doors after a man found a razor blade in his burrito. The incident actually happened last year, but when the restaurant's licensing was up for renewal this week, the Milwaukee Common Council voted for the closure. Zoe Henry has the story.
You hear stories of Halloween with apples that have razors in them. I never dreamed I'd have a burrito with a razor in it.
Scott Seward ordered 2 pork burritos at the Qdoba on Brady Street on Halloween in 2023.
The first pork burrito I finished in the store was delicious.
He says the second burrito he ate at home had an extra ingredient.
I reached in my mouth, I pulled out this razor blade, and I could not believe my eyes.
Seward called the Milwaukee Health Department. According to the health department, they took the razor Seward found back to Qdoba and compared it to a bag cutting tool at the store. The department says it was a match. Seward says he also emailed Qdoba's corporate offices.
Their response came days later and said, in part, it would offer 2 free meals.
Do you wish you would have gotten a better response from the company itself?
You know, as an owner, I would have personally called whoever and talk with them and explained how sorry I was and find some way of making it up.
This week, when Qdoba's licensing renewal came up, the Milwaukee Common Council decided to close its doors for 10 days.
Boys mess up sometimes, okay? That's the world we live in. It happened to me, and I'll never be able to eat at another Qdoba again.
Seward adds he's just blessed he didn't swallow the razor.
Now, at the Common Council meeting on Tuesday, the Qdoba's owner says the razor incident was serious. The restaurant now uses scissors to open food bags. It's set to reopen on June 21st. Demolition began today of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School building in Parkland, Florida, where 17 people died in a 2018 mass shooting on Valentine's Day. A large excavator started the process on top of the 3-story classroom building this morning after a one-day postponement because of bad weather. The building is where a former student opened fire, killing 17 students and educators and injuring more than a dozen others. It had been preserved for evidence for the trial. Victims' families have expressed mixed feelings about the demolition.
My wife said she had kind of grown attached to the space as we walked through it so many times with different leaders and policymakers. As for me, I'm concerned because we haven't seen a solid plan yet for what's going to replace this building.
Tony Montaldo's daughter Gina died in the gunfire. Some people sat on lawn chairs to watch the teardown start today. It will take several weeks before the demolition is complete, but school officials say it should be before students return from summer vacation. Next tonight, the Wisconsin Supreme Court struck down a federal ban on bump stocks approved by former President Donald Trump. His administration had pushed for the ban in response to a 2017 mass shooting that killed 58 people at an outdoor music festival in Las Vegas. Excuse me, that's the U.S. Supreme Court, not the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Bump stocks convert a semi-automatic rifle into a weapon that can fire at a rate of hundreds of rounds a minute. The federal rule made possession of a bump stock a crime punishable by up to 10 years in prison. Now let's get a check at the forecast. It's not a bad day today, but it's going to get hotter and more humid from here, right, Blaze?
That's right, and I don't do well in the heat. I don't do well in the really heat and humidity. I don't know about you, Susan. I can't imagine that a lot of folks are excited about this heat, but if you are, hey, we've got a nice long stretch of hot and humid conditions across southern Wisconsin, but it also comes with that alert day threat because our temperatures are going to climb into those low 90s, if not the mid 90s. That's the red bar here. The pink bar is what it's going to feel like outside. So heat index, when we talk about that during the summer, it's kind of like the opposite of wind chill, which we talk about during the winter. It's what it's going to feel like when we take into account the winds, the sunshine, the air temperature, the dew points during the summer. That's how we get our heat index, and that's going to be approaching dangerous levels, especially Monday, because our winds turn out of the southwest Monday. That southwesterly component just brings up that little bit extra heat, and that's really going to be overhead as we go into Monday. So we have those alert days, and to avoid heat-related illnesses, here's some tips. You know, stay hydrated, drinking plenty of water. Water is going to hydrate you more than any other drink out there, and take breaks if you're outside, whether you're working or just, sitting outside having fun. Make sure that your pets are staying cool as well. Check in on the elderly and wear lightweight and light-colored clothing. The darker the color of the clothes, the more heat you are going to absorb. Now, you may be thinking, with this heat, is there a chance that we could get into the hundreds? Probably not. Climatologically speaking, in the Madison area, since records began back in 1869, that's a grand total of 56,730 days from January 1st, 1869 through today's date. Less than half of a percent of those days were at or above 100 degrees, a grand total of 36. Now, the last time we hit 100, at least, was back in 2012, but I I don't see it in the cards this time. Again, climatologically speaking, it's a little difficult for us here in the Madison area and for southern Wisconsin, for that matter, to get into the 100s. But it is going to be hot next week. Folks are already out enjoying the water there at Lake Mendota on the terrace. It's 80 degrees as we're taking a live look. Dew points are in the 50s. Next week, they're going to be in the 60s and the 70s. So as we plan out our Saturday looking ahead, it's going to be quiet to start. Clouds increase throughout the day, leading to that chance for showers and thunderstorms, mainly across western parts of the forecast area as we head into the evening. And then we'll really see that thunderstorm threat through the morning hours into your Father's Day. Watch as our temperatures get into those upper 80s to low 90s by about 3 p.m. on Sunday. We're going to clear out as the day goes on, but we're going to stay windy as well. So as we see our temperatures during the day climb into the 90s, that means that our overnight lows are not going to cool off very much. So it's very important that you stay cool during the nighttime hours as well, whether it's the AC, the fan, or a combination of both. Now, I have to show off this photo. I was looking through our photos that you guys have given to us by scanning that QR code there. This is truly a 1 in a million sight. According to an entomologist, a blue-eyed or white-eyed periodical cicada is 1 in a million. David out of the Janesville area captured this photo, so I just had to show it off because not only are these periodical cicadas rare, but you add on top of that pigmentation change from red to blue or white. Absolutely insane. So thank you, David, for sharing us that photo. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast, kind of wrapping up here and into the 10-day as well. Alert day Sunday through Tuesday. We could extend that, so make sure you're staying with News 3 now. We will keep you guys updated. It is going to be hot and humid, and as I mentioned, those overnight lows, especially Monday night, 75 degrees. You need to make sure that you are staying cool during the overnight hours when you're not consciously able to really do those type of things. Let's take a look at traffic here as well. We're not seeing a whole lot in the way of really big slowdowns along the Beltline. If we look off towards the Janesville area, traffic is moving smoothly along 39, and then up north towards the Dells, also moving pretty smoothly on this Friday evening.
All right, Blaze, thank you. Still to come at 5 as Americans still feel the squeeze of inflation. A no-buy movement has gained a lot of popularity. We'll find out how after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Now don't you worry. I'm gonna take real good care of your windows.
You need the experts at Feldco. Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2026. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast so you can enjoy your new windows all summer long. 2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised.
My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will also get free shipping.
We're looking for 200 homeowners this month interested in getting new landscape borders. Our borders are laid in one piece using a high-performance concrete mix, and we add fibers and steel cable to maximize strength and durability. Our cutting-edge materials and process ensure that your borders will not fade, discolor, or disconnect, and will look beautiful for years to come. And all of our borders are covered by our extensive lifetime warranty. Boost your curb appeal with easy-to-mow-around, long-lasting, beautiful landscape borders. Visit the website or call the number for your new borders today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Moving forward.
Well, inflation may be easing, but higher prices are still changing the way Americans buy. According to a recent CNET survey, nearly 3/4 of us are postponing purchases or significant financial goals. Bradley Blackburn has more on a growing group that's doing it intentionally, joining the no buy movement.
It's a treasure trove in here. There's just like everywhere you look, there's something fun.
Alicia Berman is not a minimalist. She loves filling her closet with new stuff.
I love these sunglasses because they remind me of the Olsen twins.
But for 18 months, the design director in the beauty industry has made a commitment to herself to not buy any more of it.
No new clothes, no new beauty products, no perfume, no jewelry, no technology, no takeout except once a month. No home decor. I obviously have enough.
Let's talk about how my financial situation has changed in the 4 months of doing my no buy.
Tens of thousands are following along and holding her accountable on TikTok, where she's part of a no buy trend.
I'm not buying anything new this year, and here are my 10 tips to avoid shopping while traveling abroad.
There are many reasons. For some, it's to reduce environmental impact or reduce debt. Berman says it's improved her finances and her mood.
I'm happier, like way happier. I definitely feel lighter. I feel more in control. I just feel a lot better.
I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Carrie Rattle is a financial therapist and says no-buy pledges can help people understand why they may overspend.
What do we tell ourselves when we're spending some more money? I need to self-soothe. I need to belong. I deserve this. Start listening to yourself, and it's amazing what pops up.
Berman has now learned to repair items she would have thrown out.
I figured out how to badly cobble them to prolong their shelf life, and I wear them all the time now.
So things can last a lot longer than you might think.
Yeah.
Buying less to get more out of your stuff and your life. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
According to CNET, more than 1/3 of Gen Z and millennials are turning to their savings or credit cards to cover essential expenses. We're back with another check of your First Warn forecast after a short break.
The biggest steak sale ever is this Thursday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Save big on delicious New York strips, bacon-wrapped sirloin fillets, and mouth-watering ribeyes. This sale is huge, and so is our dad-sized 25-ounce Big T T-Bone. For the best steaks around at the best prices around. Don't miss the biggest steak sale ever, Thursday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Get solar and get saving with Olsen Solar Energy in the Madison area. When you install solar panels on your property, you're protecting your future. You'd be surprised to learn how much energy you'll collect and how much money you'll save, whether you're considering a small roof mount system or large ground mount system. It doesn't cost you anything to find out if solar panels are right for you. Get solar and get saving with Olsen Solar Energy. Stop into our location near you. Learn more at olsensolarenergy.com or give us a call.
Get an 11% rebate on your outdoor projects at Menards. Shop the largest in-stock selection of concrete landscaping blocks and AC2 pressure-treated lumber and decking. From decks, patios, fire pits, and more. Get free estimates fast using our easy do-it-yourself design programs. Visit us today in-store or on Menards.com to get started and get an 11% rebate on all lumber and landscape blocks.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too. And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together, we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
All month long here on Buzzed in Madison, we are celebrating Wisconsin farmers. That's right. This week, we're headed to Jazzy Jerseys in Lodi, and just maybe you'll get to see Lily right here on Buzzed in Madison. WISC TV3.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
From midnight tweets to drinking bleach to tear-gassing citizens and staging a photo op, we knew Trump was out of control when he was president. Then he lost the 2020 election and snapped, desperately trying to hold on to power. Now he's running again, this time threatening to be a dictator, to terminate the Constitution.
If I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Trump wants revenge, and he'll stop at nothing to get it.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
On this Friday night, the major health update from the royal family. Princess Catherine saying today she's not out of the woods with her cancer treatment. Plus what we know about her upcoming public appearance. Those headlines and more on the CBS Evening News.
Well, to those who enjoy alcoholic spirits and in particular bourbon, today is your day. It is National Bourbon Day. Whiskeys can be produced all over the world, but bourbon whiskey is unique to the United States. There are other rules that make a bourbon bourbon. In 1964, Congress declared bourbon a distinctive product of the United States. It can be produced anywhere in the country. However, about 95% of it is made in Kentucky.
Interesting. So kind of like, what, all champagne is from Champagne, France?
That's right. Cheers, Blaze, to the weekend.
I'm not a big bourbon person, but for those out there, do you like bourbon?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. Maybe over ice today, though.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And as we move ahead, I'm not your parent, but alcohol is not good during these very hot and humid
You're
days.
right. No, that's good advice.
Water is. And, you know, there's those 3 alert days, and we could even extend that further into next week. Plenty of water next week, and it does look like we'll dry out throughout the day on Father's Day, so maybe we stay inside during the morning, move to the afternoon outside, and celebrate Dad.
All right, happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. Have a great, well, that's where you want to be.
Yes.
Hope to see you back here tonight at 6.